Okay, everybody, it is me, Gregory Mannarino. Yep, still me. Let me check. Yeah, it's still me. Ow. Anyway, look, how about this? Yet another record high for the stock market. The NASDAQ closed at a new all-time record high. Lovely. Actually, the market finished mixed. The Dow did finish in the negative. S&P 500 slightly negative. Okay, still a record-setting day, and no surprise to you if you follow this blog. We're not done. This market is going to make a big move higher shortly. That's my take on it because of what's going on around us. The promise of easy money has got this market giddy. The promise that, well, I guess 80% or better of the planet is going to be injected with this vaccine. It also has the market kind of giddy. And we're going to talk about that too. So let me cover a few more things here. Cryptocurrencies did fall under pressure today. I believe they are consolidating. Again, another leg higher is coming. You can take that to the bank. This is my opinion, and I'm gonna be right again. I've been right time after time after time after time, and I will not be wrong this time either. I said recently that I would gladly see the Bitcoin. I would love to see Bitcoin drop to its recent low, 16,000 and change, and retest that low. I think that would be amazingly bullish if we bounced off of it. If we drop below it, well, I would rethink it. But I still think cryptocurrencies in aggregate, because everyone keeps asking me about them, are going much higher, regardless of how many times I say it. I got to repeat it. Okay. Gold and silver put on a nice gain today. And with regard to gold and silver, people, let JP Morgan play their game. Let them do it and smile. Okay. We're going to take advantage of that because the job here of the Federal Reserve is to vastly inflate all central banks. Vastly, vastly, vastly inflate. Okay. So, like I said, gold and silver put on a gain. Dollar did put on a slight gain today. 10-year yield 0.93. Okay. Crude oil fell under a little pressure. They are really trying to push crude up. Who knows where this is going to end up at one point. But again, it's a mechanism of the market. Crude oil has no bearing on reality, the price action of it. They will continue to prop that up. It boosts the energy sector. It boosts the financial sector. It's that simple. You know that. Okay, so what I want to do right here is I want to do a little blow by blow with you. Let me do that. Let me do that here. Okay. So right off the bat this morning, there's a fear campaign, and I mean it's a big one, going on right now. This is what they do. Again, we're in a crisis, or so they tell us with regard to COVID. They got to make people afraid of it as much as they possibly can. And then again, offer their solution, vaccines, widespread vaccines, whatever it might be. So here, this is the White House health advisor. This is today. This COVID crisis is the worst event this country will face. Interestingly enough, that 79 years ago today, Pearl Harbor was attacked. I would say that was pretty epic because it caused the United States of America to be pulled into World War II. Millions upon millions of people died. So according to Birx, though, White House, a health advisor, right now, here, this COVID crisis is the worst event that this country will face. How about no, you imbecile? All right, we'll talk more about that later, too. All right, let's move forward here. How much, in your opinion, seriously, and I want you to answer the question. This question, I really want to see what you have to say. In your opinion, how much of this COVID thing is real? And do you agree here with Birx that this is the worst crisis our country is going to face? I guess this person forgot that today is the 79th anniversary of Pearl Harbor. Okay, anyway, let's move forward here. Millions and millions of people died in World War II. And this is a comparison? Are you kidding me? This is the imbeciles that are in charge of our country right now. I want you to think about that. Now, I want you to think about this as well, because this is tremendous. I'm going to read this to you, okay? Wall Street Bank, JP Morgan, is issuing policy recommendations on ways to prevent more COVID-related deaths. Do you find it odd, this is me, that a Wall Street bank is issuing health-related public policy recommendations? This is a bank. I find that a little strange. JP Morgan sends policy recommendations to the White House on ways to prevent more COVID-related misery. And then they got a lovely picture of one of the public enemies, Mr. Jamie Dimon himself. Okay. And this is me following that up. Mega banks making public policy. Sounds about right. Welcome to the freak show. Okay. And then this is the Wall Street Journal. I mean, we're going to do a big duh at the end of this, so just get ready. Thank the Fed for the stock market's record run. All right, now, this is the Wall Street Journal. Now, you and I, right now, in unison, when I count to 3, we're going to do duh. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, duh! People, like I said, you can't make this stuff up. It's absolutely impossible. How about this one? Yahoo Finance. Cash is in trouble. This author of this article is telling people, get out of the dollar. Hey, sir or ma'am, you must be watching Greg Mannarino a little too much, maybe. I don't know. Let me ask you this one while we're on the subject of mega banks. How long, this is me, another post, how long do you think it will be before the Wall Street super banks dictate all public policy? Oh, wait. They already do. Yeah, they do. The banks run the show. Everything else doesn't matter, okay? Presidents, kings, queens, monarchs, they don't amount to a pile of stinking dog shit. You understand? All right. How about this one? This is the United Nations, a warning regarding COVID-19. Next year, here, let me just read this to you. Next year looks like it will be catastrophic. Fear, more fear. You like it? Get used to it. Fear now to an extreme. This is me writing. So here we go. How about this one? Moderna stock rallies after Canada doubles its order for their COVID-19 vaccine. Lovely. I bet the CEO is laughing his way all the way to the bank. And how about this one? How do I put this into perspective? I'm just going to read it to you. Washington, Reuters. Members of the United States Congress are expected as early as today to unveil a bipartisan legislation agreement to send long-awaited infusion of capital of federal aid to American families. Oh, it gets better than that. Lawmakers say proposed coronavirus relief won't include a $1,200 check. Look, we know what they're doing here. They're stringing along the American people. They're waiting for the dollar to get stronger. Then they will introduce some kind of a stimulus package, more than likely, according to this article, missing or void of the $1,200 check. You might get the $1,200 check as a bonus if you decide to get vaccinated. That's what they're going to do. They're going to hold that right over your head. Oh, yeah, definitely some kind of a scheme going on here. Oh, you want that $1,200 check? Get vaccinated. Oh, it gets better than that. Oh, here's another one. AstraZeneca stock gets an upgrade from Morgan Stanley. Now it's a buy. I wonder why. Big Pharma. Oh, they're loving COVID-19. Oh, aren't they? Just like the Federal Reserve. How about this one? Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, to pay a $26 million fine to settle unauthorized trading allegations. I guess that means no arrests, huh? Can I see your shock face? Yeah. Then we had Fauci today. The vaccine won't immediately improve COVID mortality. The same amount of people are going to die regardless of who gets injected. What? Yeah, that was Fauci. Here, in your opinion, do you think or you believe that some kind of government-sponsored get the vaccine and receive money scheme is in the works? I really do believe that's part of it too. Maybe, again, this is why Congress is, holding back that $1,200 check, dangling it in front of your head. You want it? Get the vaccine. Get the freaking vaccine. Now, 1 in 10 employers have issued, because of COVID-19, are now ending, 1 in 10 are now ending their 401k match. What a surprise. What a freaking freak show surprise. Anyway, I want to read this last title to you. This is CNBC. Yes, your boss can fire you if you refuse to get a COVID vaccine. It seems that they are literally making this very, very difficult for people to not get this vaccine. I want to show you something real quick. So again, we heard the White House health advisor saying that COVID-19 is the worst crisis, that our country is, has faced here or will face. But again, on the anniversary of Pearl Harbor, December 7, 1941, this is my best friend in the world. I don't know if you can see it. Hold on a second here. There you go. That's Ed Hall. That is Ed Hall. And this guy is one of a handful of men who can give a first-hand account of the December 7th, 1941 account of what happened that day. Apparently, there's about 15 or 20 of these men left. And I wonder if you asked Ed Hall, in fact, I'm going to ask him later today because I'm going to see him, if he believes that COVID-19 can even be remotely compared to the attack on Pearl Harbor, which thrust the world into World War II, well, America into World War II and caused millions upon millions of deaths. I would be willing to bet he would say no. But again, you're not supposed to know that. You're not even supposed to know that today is the anniversary of Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day. And me and Ed are going to sit down and watch Torah together tonight. What an honor. Imagine, seriously, I have the honor and privilege of sitting next to a Pearl Harbor survivor 79 years later after the fact and watch Torah. I'm getting chills throughout my whole freaking body. It's going to be epic. Anyway, all right, people, look, I think I covered a lot of things here. And I don't know, I want to hear from you. I want to hear comments. Do you think that the White House Health Secretary Birx is correct that this is the worst crisis and that next year is going to be catastrophic? Or is this some kind of a fear campaign? What are they doing? What are they actually doing? They really, really want this vaccine in every body. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, what you're seeing around you, how this is working out. The vaccine czar himself, Trump's vaccine czar, said in order for the vaccine to work, 80% of the global population needs to be vaccinated. What the hell is going on here? All right, I'm out of here. Love you a lot. Please share the video. I'm going to go watch Torah with Ed Hall. I'll see you later.